Today is Sunday, it is launch day. Good morning guys, it is the next day. I finished up the Gabrielle tops yesterday and then I just like crashed for the rest of the day until I had to go out to dinner with my friend for his birthday. Yeah, today is Sunday, it is launch day. I spent most of the morning talking to my mom because it's also Mother's Day, so it's like 10ish now. I have like zero expectations for this launch, honestly, because I've been so busy with so many other things that I haven't even had the time to like properly think about this collection. Like obviously I had time previous to knowing that I was going to be moving out, so like be planning and doing all the things, but I don't know, everything just happened so fast and I feel like I haven't gotten the chance to promote it as much as like I wanted to and all. And like the thing is, it's like part of me doesn't care if it doesn't do that well right off the bat because I don't have the time to make everything right now. It's gonna have to wait anyway. But then also part of me, like, you know, moving is expensive. Like it would be nice to have the money right now, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I just have zero expectations of how it'll go. So that's the current situation. I'm going to finish editing a video that I was also editing yesterday for a bit for Tuesday, get that kind of like ready in the meantime because I have 2 hours till launch. So I just want to like, you know, prep some stuff, make sure everything on the website is good, and we'll launch and see how the rest of the day unfolds. Okay, it's 12:41, we launched and I forgot to film. And then I also realized like halfway through, like 15 minutes in I think, I had a couple DMs, I checked them and people are like, where are the scrunchies? Where are the headbands? Where are the totes? And I was like, I forgot to schedule them to go live. So they were like, I had them drafted, like all the information put in, pictures, all the things were there, but I totally spaced on like scheduling them to go live at noon. So thank God that you guys are on me and DM'd me because I literally would have forgotten otherwise. So I quickly went and like put them all up a little bit late. But we've gotten quite a few orders actually, and I'm like very shocked because I don't know, I just feel like I haven't had the time to hype up this collection as much or really been able to have as much engagement with it. And I don't know, there's just been so much going on between like me officially announcing it while I was in Joshua Tree, like, you know, showing the pictures there, and then from Joshua Tree I went to LA, and then from LA I went to Mexico, and then when I came back I'm like in the process of moving, so I just haven't had the time to really sit down and like be present with this collection and like, you know, properly give it the time of day. So I'm just kind of shocked that people did end up seeing all my posts and like are supporting. So I've definitely sold quite a few accessories and stuff. Those usually sell pretty well for me because I find that obviously like people who can't afford my actual pieces and still want to support, they usually like will buy scrunchies or headbands, or the totes I feel like are reasonable. The baby tees have been popular as well because I did put them at a lower price point. I just wanted you guys to be able to like have something of mine if you really wanted it, because I know that a large part of my customer base is like people my age, like college age or like recent grads, that kind of age where you like are barely starting to get adult money, so you can't be just like dropping hundreds on a piece, which I totally get. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I am going to probably be packing up orders later today in terms of like accessories and any pre-made items that I have, and then trying to figure out how I'm going to go about making these orders. I kind of have to really like schedule it out and figure it out because this upcoming week I have to make all the orders, as many as I can. Obviously, like I've told people that like, you know, there's going to be a wait period for some because I don't think I'm going to be able to make all of them this week, but I'm gonna try and make as many orders as I can. I also have podcasts to film this week so that I can be ahead on those. I think I'm filming 2 or 3 of them this week, so also, you know, that takes a good amount of my time. And then on top of that, obviously moving and packing and trying to get that all situated. So it's gonna be a very busy week. I recommend subscribing if you haven't, because the next vlogs are gonna be chaotic and there's gonna be a lot going on, and I don't know, I feel like that'd be fun to maybe watch. But yeah, I'm excited about this launch. I am gonna go ahead and eat lunch because I'm hungry, and then we'll come back to this and possibly just start packing things up and getting things situated. Okay, it is a little bit later. I got a couple more orders and I'm gonna start packaging up some of the accessories if I can get them out of the way and just start getting things packaged up. I'll save so much more time tomorrow starting on orders. So far it seems like the baby tees have been really popular, especially the pink one. That one sold out first, so that one's been popular. The sage shorts have actually been really popular, which I'm kind of surprised with, just because I feel like I didn't really get a lot of like feedback on them whenever I posted them. Like I didn't get a lot of like hyping up about them, but those sold out too, like right away. So it's good to know that you guys like those. I just didn't know how those were gonna perform. I have gotten a rose top order as well, so that one's fun. I also feel like I didn't get too much from that one, so it's cool to see that, you know, there was like in it. And then obviously patchwork tanks have sold, which those are classic, so I was, you know, expecting it. And yeah, those have been my popular items lately. And also the accessories, of course, because those are easier to purchase. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I got so much like love for the Genevieve dress, even though obviously I know it is the most expensive piece, so like I get it. But that one got so much hype, so I was like expecting at least like one order to maybe come through for that one. And yeah, I was expecting the shorts too that go with the cream patchwork tank, like to also like kind of come with it, but haven't gotten too much on that one. I really thought those were gonna be more than the like green ones, because I feel like I got more hype about those. But I don't know, it's always interesting to see like how things do, because you'll totally think that one thing's gonna do so great and then it ends up being like a different one. Like for my spring collection, I didn't think that the white and pink Flora top was gonna do as well as it has, but like I think that one, along with the white Gabrielle top, has been like my top sellers. Like I've sold a lot of those. So it's like always just like surprising and always kind of fun to see what actually sticks more. So that being said, let's package up some of these orders that I have. All the accessories, a couple fabric orders, all the things. Let's get into it. Let's get it out of the way. My camera died in the middle of me packaging things up, but I got everything packaged. It's all right here, my little stack of accessories. I got a few more orders while I was packing stuff up of accessories and stuff, so I went ahead and packaged those up as well, so I'm caught up on all the things that I can officially package and send out, which is great. It's like 4 o'clock at this point. I am crashing and burning, drinking an Olipop, and I think I'm just gonna sit here and like prep how I want the week to go, because this is my last full work week being here in this house ever. And I hadn't thought about that until I literally just said that out loud. So they're picking up my stuff. The movers are coming in on the 17th, which is a Tuesday. So yeah, this is my last full week, so I really need to make the most of it in every single way. Like I said earlier, I have a couple podcasts that I'm gonna be filming, which I am so sad about, just because like it's the last time I'm gonna have this podcast set up, because I have to get rid of this couch and I'm so sad about it. You have no idea. But it just doesn't fit in a 1-bedroom apartment. Like I have another couch too, so it's like I can't bring it. So I'm gonna have to sell it. So I have to film the last few podcasts on it, and then I have no clue what my next podcast setup is gonna be. Like I have not thought that far in advance yet, so we'll see when we get there. Yeah, filming podcasts this week, which take up a good chunk of time, and then I have a bunch of orders to make, and I kind of need to figure out which ones I'm gonna prioritize in terms of like which ones like I can get out the fastest, because I think I'm gonna have to like leave a few for when I get to LA, because I just don't think that realistically I'm gonna be able to get through them all. But I don't know, maybe I'll have a like random spurt of energy this entire week and be able to do it. I think I might honestly pull a few, I don't want to say all-nighters, because I'm not one of those people that can do that. Like I need sleep, but I do think that maybe I'll just get less sleep than I usually do and like really grind out at night and drink some Red Bulls or something to get myself through the days, because there's just so much I need to do and I want to get it done so that when I get to LA I don't have as much to do, because it's already going to be so much of a hassle to like settle myself in and like feel out the area and just get like fully settled. And then I'm also going to be working a part-time job, which I don't know if I've said on the vlog or not, but doing a podcast episode on it, which might be up by the time this vlog is up, so check that out just in case. I talk about it in depth there. But yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of things going on when I get to LA, and I want to make sure that I try to get as much done this week as I can to make it easier for myself later. So it's gonna be a very hectic week. Good morning, guys. It is now Monday of my very last week in this house, or at least like last full week. I do have next Monday still here, but this week is full-on work week and moving week and everything in between. So I want to start today with making a bunch of orders. I do have some errands to run. I have to drop off some packages at the post office, and I also have to go to the bank to get a cashier's check for my deposit for my apartment in LA. Since I can't like drop it off there, I have to send it, so I have to do that at some point today. But aside from those two errands, I should be home the rest of the day, and I don't think I have anything else going on. So I just want to go ahead and like full force start sewing. So I just counted it all up and I have a total of 12 pieces to make, technically 13. I have a Diane dress that I have to make, but I haven't gotten a response on what the length is gonna be because they asked me to make it longer but didn't specify, so I'm waiting to get an answer from that, but I'm not counting that one yet since I just can't make it. So we've got 12 things to make. It is maybe doable that I would finish it all in this week, but I also have to pack and move, so I just don't know if I'm realistically gonna have the time to do everything, but we're gonna try our best to get everything done. I'm gonna start with the baby tees because those are kind of the simplest to do, and I'm also making like t-shirts for my local coffee shop with those same fabrics and patterns, so I figured I might as well start cutting out the orders that I have and then start cutting out some extras for that as well, and basically just making as much as I possibly can for them because at this point I don't have the time to like make them a specific amount, whatever. So I was like, listen, I have 1 week until I have to move and I'm just gonna make you as much as I possibly can, and it might just be very limited merch, but I feel like that sometimes might be better because it sells better when it's limited. So that being said, I'm gonna start with the baby tees. We're gonna start with the pink ones. Those were the most popular, and then we'll move on to the black ones, and then I have white fabric which I'm not using for myself currently, but we'll cut some stuff out for the coffee shop. I have some like unisex patterns as well, so it's like a unisex tee which I'll eventually bring into my shop as well. I just didn't have the time, but I'm thinking I'll probably do that this summer. So let's start with the baby tees, get those cut out. Okay, so I have 3 tops currently like serged up. They're obviously not done because I have to do like the double needle hems and stuff, but those are prepped. I ended up just cutting 3 and then like sewing because I hate cutting, so I need to like give myself a break in between. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out a few more and then continue sewing them or serging them. These are pretty quick to make, which is really good, so they're a little bit easier to like mass produce. Yeah, so we're gonna do that, cut a few more out, and continue on with the day. I have a feeling I'm gonna like crash and burn soon, so that's not good because it's only like 10:30. We're doing great. Let's get cutting. Okay, so we have 5 that are fully serged. I've got 2 more that I'm going to go ahead and serge up. So that I think is going to be it for the pink tops for now. Like I said, I'm making merch for the local coffee shop that I did the pop-up at a couple of weeks ago, and I'm just going to be making like a little bit at a time and see how much I'm able to make, so I don't want to like over commit. So I've made 3 that are my own orders and then 3 that are their orders, and then one of them I'm just remaking mine because I accidentally put it in the wash with like a bunch of colored stuff and I doled out the color, so that was really dumb on my part. So I want a fresh one that I could actually take pictures in and like promote and it be the right color. So I made one for myself, or like cut one out for myself. I think I can definitely get through all of these today. I don't see like why I wouldn't be able to. So that's gonna be the goal, is to get through all of these and get those out of the way. These are obviously the easiest to get through, so I want to just get those out because I feel like I feel more accomplished because there's more of them, so then it feels like I'm doing a lot. And then maybe we'll have some time to start on the black ones later tonight. I'm thinking it's gonna be a Red Bull kind of day, so we'll see. But yeah, that is what I'm thinking. Anyway, it is getting to lunchtime, so I'm gonna take a quick break and then we'll get back to this afterwards. I do also stop to go to the post office and the bank, so I'm probably gonna do that after lunch and then get back to this. We'll see. Okay, so I just got back from the bank, the post office. FaceTimed a friend for a hot minute, and I'm ready to get back to work. I also did stop by Starbucks and got myself a coffee on the way home, mostly because I was driving past one and I was like, you know what? I deserve it and I need the caffeine. So here we are. I feel re-energized. I've got all the baby teeth back there. I've got 2 more that I need to sew up, so I'm going to start with those 2, and then we'll start finishing them up and doing the double hem on all of them, and then hopefully get them all out of the way tonight. That is the goal. Feeling really good about how this week is going so far. I do have a lot of emails and things to figure out. I literally have so much like maintenance stuff for like this house and for rent stuff in LA and movers, and I have just a million things to figure out and make sure everything's in order. But that's for later tonight. I need to make sure that I use the daylight to sew and do all that type of stuff, and then at night I can just be on the computer all night if I need to. So I'm trying to like space it out that way, but part of me is like stressed that I haven't like gotten to the computer stuff yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, it is about 6 o'clock now, and I pulled through with all of these. I made 7 whole tops, and I almost took a break in between there. I was literally about to be like, let me go for a walk because it's super nice out today. I literally have the windows open. But then I was like, no, I need to go through with these. I need to finish these today because I literally only have a week left. So I have them done. Obviously, I still need to put the actual logo on them, but I'm gonna do that later tonight. So 4 of them have my logo on them, and 3 of them are gonna be for Noble Coffee. And I'm not entirely sure what design we're gonna do on those yet, so I'm just gonna leave them to the side for now. We're possibly embroidering something on them, so I'm just gonna like leave it. We're doing well. I feel productive, feel like we're getting things done. I feel good. I think I'm gonna go for a walk now since it's still early enough. They're literally mowing the grass outside. I'm so sorry. I should probably close the window. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go on a walk because it's super nice out. I want to enjoy it while I can. I'm gonna miss the little like trail that I have behind my house just so much. It is so nice to be able to walk and just like not see a lot of people and see a bunch of green, and that is something I will miss when I'm out in LA, but take it in while I can. So I'm gonna do that, then I'll have dinner, shower, and then we'll get back to work later tonight. But I'm feeling good about the first day of the last week. We're doing a lot, got a lot done, so I feel solid about being able to make more of these for the coffee shop as well, because I was getting really stressed about not being able to make as much stuff for them, but I'm feeling good. These are going by really quick, so solid. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. Last night I ended up, doing computer work that I needed to do, and I went to bed late, and I am so tired this morning, but I want to package up some last couple of accessories orders that I've gotten that I didn't get a chance to take yesterday to the post office. So we'll do that. Got 3 to package up. I also at some point today need to package up some fabric orders, but I need to cut them to the right yardage, and I just have not felt like it today, so haven't done that yet, but we'll probably do that later today. I think today, as far as orders, I maybe want to start on some of the Flora tops. Since I have pink on my sewing machine right now, I might as well start on one of those. I think I have 1 pink Flora top to make, so I think I can start with that. And then I do also have a white one to make after, so maybe we'll just do pink one fully, and then after that we could do the white one or something. That's currently what I'm thinking. And then I think my next one that I want to do is the rose tops, because I'm sending one out as like an influencer collaboration, so I want to get that one out ASAP too. So yeah, we'll see how much we have today, because also today I am filming a podcast, but that's going to be around like 3 p.m. so I still have time before then. But I do also need to make it to the post office today to drop off these orders and also drop off the cashier's check that I got yesterday, which I was like so dumb to not drop it off yesterday. Like I don't know why it didn't cross my mind, because I literally went from the bank to the post office and I didn't think about it. Need to do that today so it gets there ASAP. I also went through my DMs this morning and somebody had DM'd me that I uploaded the podcast wrong yesterday, and I literally only uploaded like the uncut audio of the guest on it instead of the actual like edited podcast. So it's great that I didn't notice that until a literal day later. Fixed that this morning as well. So it's been a rough couple of days over here. I feel like I keep forgetting things, or I'm just like not doing things properly and it's stressing me out because I don't want to do that. So that's that. I'm gonna finish packing these orders up and then we'll head straight into the studio. Okay, so we're like, you know, 30 minutes more behind because I had a spontaneous call with some of my friends a little bit ago. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the end logos on all of these baby tees just to get them out of the way and ready to be packaged up for the ones that can. I know one of them also has shorts that go along with it, I think, so I can't send it out. But the other ones I wanna be able to like package up and send out and get them out of the way. And then I have the ones for the coffee shop as well, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with them just yet, so I'm just going to leave them there. So I'm heating up the heat press right now to go ahead and put those on there really quick. I think they're so cute. I'm so excited about these, like so fun. Cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on them. So we're gonna do that to get these out of the way, and then we can get the pink fabric out of the way officially in terms of like, I'm probably not gonna be using it anymore until I get to LA. Because I'm also trying to like pack things as I go, like things that I'm not going to be needing, but like I don't know what fabrics I'm not going to be needing yet in case like orders come in. So I'm like trying to figure out what I should pack or not pack, but I think the pink should be good to go after all of these. We'll start cutting out the flora top as well after this, and we'll see where the day takes us. We've gotten a little bit of a later start than I thought we would, but you know, things happen, so it's fine. Let's press these on. So we've run into our first problem of the day. We're doing great. I don't know why, but my heat press right now seems to be like discoloring my shirts. And this never happened with my sample, and it didn't happen with like the first top I made. Like never happened, and I used this like same fabric and design and literally everything. And with the first one I was like, maybe like it's the parchment paper because it has a weird yellowy tint to it, and I was like, maybe it like sat out in the sun or something and discolored it, and maybe it was just that. So I went and grabbed a completely new parchment paper and did it again on a different top, and I don't know if you can tell very well on camera, but there, like you can see obviously like the square around it because it's like pressed, but it has like a weird yellowy tint to it. Like it changed the color a bit. Like I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but in person you can tell a lot more. And I don't know if that's gonna like fade or not, but I just went ahead and put one of them into the washer and see what happens. But I'm like gonna stop right now with all of this because I don't want it to happen to every single one, and then I have to remake them, because if I have to remake them, I have to remake 2 of them already because I've already messed up 2. But I'm so confused because like if it was like a heat thing against this fabric, like I've already done this to another top and it didn't happen, so it doesn't make sense that it would happen right now. And I'm doing the same amount of like time, the same amount of like heat, so I don't understand why it's doing that. But maybe it will fade, like I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things like when it's like super hot, it like is one color and then it just fades is what I'm hoping. So I'm gonna see with the one that I'm like washing right now, but I'm just gonna halt this for now because I'm stressed and I don't want to ruin more shirts if I have to make more. So love that for us. Okay, so I got the top done. She is ready to go. So I just had lunch and I got a package the other day with my 4 Days bag. If you don't know what this is, I think I mentioned this in the last vlog, but basically 4 Days is a clothing company that also has take back bags, so you can put in all of your clothing that you don't want anymore. They even take like fabric scraps or linens as well, and they'll recycle it properly for you, and it doesn't have to be clothes from their own website. It can be just like from your general closet. So when I was doing my closet cleanup the other day, I had a few items that I think were in really good condition that could sell, so I put those up on Poshmark, which you can still check out on my Poshmark if you'd like. And I had other items that I just knew I wasn't really going to wear, or they're just not good anymore. For example, I have this turtleneck from Zara that says Zara on the sleeves, and I just am not going to openly promote a fast fashion brand like that. So it's like things like that that I'm like not really wanting to wear. Or I have like this random like gray t-shirt that is just like not worth selling because it's literally a cheap t-shirt, like it's not worth much. So things like that, I'm going to go ahead and sell. Another example, Abercrombie & Fitch shirt. Like I just don't really support the brand, don't really want to have that. So just gonna be putting all of these in the bag. I will have a link to them down below if you guys want to check them out. It's not sponsored or whatever, but I think it's a really great way to get rid of clothes, because I get asked a lot how like to best get rid of clothes, because obviously when you do donate to bigger places like Goodwill, a lot of the times those clothes end up in landfills, and it's not a bad thing to donate to the stores whatsoever, like if that's what's available to you. Like I've done that my whole life, but I do think that trying to find ways to actually like repurpose or recycle clothing is the best way to get rid of it, just because like obviously places like Goodwill get so many donations a day that majority of the stuff ends up in landfills anyway, because it's just impossible for them to constantly like keep up with all the inventory they're getting. So figured I'd share. I'm doing like a little like TikTok sharing kind of everything that I'm doing in terms of trying to be sustainable with my move. So I figured I wanted to, you know, add that in here, because obviously moving is not very sustainable whatsoever. There's so much packaging, and thus far the only boxes I've like bought have been the wardrobe boxes. Everything else I've been reusing boxes that I've had, or taking boxes from family friends that they had. I'm really trying to repurpose everything. I don't want to use any bubble wrap or anything like that. Trying to do the best that I can. So figured I'd share. Anyway, I'm gonna do this really quick and then we'll get back into the studio, hopefully. Okay, so I want to test this out again. Obviously, I'm gonna test it out on a scrap fabric and see if it's still doing that or not. It was definitely like a me problem, because like I said, I've used this machine so much and it's never done that. So definitely something I did, which is unfortunate, but it's good to know that it's not the machine, it's just me, you know? I'm gonna do the test run on the fabric scrap, and then I'm going to do it on mine first, the one that I was remaking for myself, to make sure that it really works, and then I'll do it on the last one that I have left that was one of my orders, and hope that it works. And then I'm gonna wait till the other two tops dry fully, and then like put them out in the sun and see if like you can tell or not, and then kind of decipher what I want to do with that afterwards. If not, then I'll have to make 2 more probably, so that's really great. That is the current situation. I'm filming a podcast supposedly at 3. It's 1:30 right now, so I don't have too much time. So I want to get this done first to see if it works and we can get those kind of out of the way. Then after that, I want to get started on the rose tops, I think. I know I said I had a white flora top to make, which I do, but I want to get started on the rose tops first, just because I think I mentioned that I have one that I'm sending out for an influencer, so I want to get that out of the way like ASAP. That is the vibe. I'm gonna wait till this heats up and then we'll do a test run. Okay, I realized my settings were wrong also for the heat press. I had temperature a lot higher than it's supposed to be, so that could also be a huge factor. I don't know why I like overlooked that, but I just fixed it, so I think it should be good now. I'm gonna test it out on my t-shirt to make sure that it's all good in case something goes wrong, but I think that all things combined, those were all my problems. So I really just didn't check that everything was set up properly, but should be good. We're gonna check it on my t-shirt and then we'll see. So it worked out perfectly, got my tops made. This is lesson learned to read directions and make sure everything is set up properly. And it's so dumb because like Supercolor literally makes it so easy. This is not even sponsored, but like genuinely they make it so easy, because when they send you the little like designs that you print out, it comes in a little baggie that gives you a freaking QR code to pressing instructions that tells you what temperature to set it at, what time you should set it for, and all the things. So I literally don't know why I didn't think of that. I guess I just assumed that the settings were already right, even though they weren't. So don't ever assume. But yeah, I got my tops made. Got this one that is an actual order that I can send out, which is good to get that out of the way. And then I got mine made as well. And then I'm gonna just wait to see how the other two dry and see if you can still tell or not. Right now, as they're like kind of wet, kind of not, you can't really tell, but I want to wait till they're fully dry and put them in the sunlight and then really tell, and then we'll see if I need to make new ones or not. And then also I was going through my little like list of orders I have to make. I don't know why, but I literally love post-it notes so much. I know it's not sustainable to be using paper so much when I could, you know, write it on my phone or whatever, but I'm the type of person that needs to write things down like physically. So anyway, I made a little list of all the orders I had and sizes and stuff because I like to check things off. And I realized, I was like, okay, I have patchwork tanks to make, and I had 2 patchwork tanks, and I was like, they're both size smalls. And I was like, I know I have some pre-made ones. I'm like, I don't know what sizes I have. Turns out the 2 pre-made ones I have are size smalls. So I have 2 of them already done, so these can be shipped out. So those are 2 more orders I don't actually have to make, which means I actually don't have that much stuff to make anymore, which is really, really good. We got a lot of stuff out of the way. Starting to feel like stressed about like, oh my god, am I gonna get things done? But I think we are gonna get things done slowly but surely, so I'm feeling good about it. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe get those orders packaged up and ready to get things out of the way. I think I'm gonna head to the post office after I film the podcast to drop off all the packages that I've been accumulating, because I just have so many things in the way today and I don't want to have things in the way because it's stressing me out. Like, I have so many moving boxes and just like piles of stuff everywhere, and I like the last thing I need right now is to have like a pile of packages I need to send out. So I want to go take them so that they're out of the way and I can keep my areas as tidy and clean as possible, because it's kind of impossible, but we're trying our best. Okay, we got the packages ready to go. I actually can't package up either one of the patchwork tanks because they bought it with something else, so you'll have to wait on those. I'm set up for the podcast, so I'm going to kind of get myself situated. I've got about like 10 minutes, so we'll film that, and then I'm thinking of going to the post office afterwards and getting that out of the way, and also just like getting out of the house for a hot minute. It's been so nice the past couple of days. It's like starting to feel like summer. I feel like in the Midwest it goes from winter to summer, and spring is just like not a thing. Like, there's just no in between. So it's like 80 degrees out now and it's like super nice. So I want to drive around with my windows down and go to the post office because I am very much going to miss the not having traffic and being able to do that kind of vibe. Let's film this podcast and I'll catch you guys after. So we ended up rescheduling the podcast because the guest had something come up at last minute, but I went ahead and recorded a podcast anyway because I was gonna record a solo one like this week anyway. So I was like, you know what, I'm already set up, I'll record it now. So I went ahead and recorded it anyway, so no wasted time here. I'm gonna head to the post office, mostly because I'm just crashing and burning and need to get out of the house because I know if I stay here, I'm probably not gonna get anything done. So I'm gonna head to the post office and then I will be back and we'll see if we continue sewing with the day or what we do with the day. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Trying to keep spirits high here. So I don't remember what the last thing I vlogged was, but it is a lot later now. It's like 8:30ish, and I wanted to give you an update on the t-shirts. They actually look normal now. Like, I cannot tell the like stain part that I saw earlier. I'm still gonna wait till tomorrow to see it in like full daylight because now the sun's going down, but they're both fully dry and I feel like they look normal. Like, I feel like I can't tell anymore, but we're gonna wait till tomorrow to double check, but hopefully they look fine in the sunlight because, yeah, that'd make my life easier. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here for now. Obviously, I will be continuing all of the vlogs, but I don't want them to get too long. So subscribe for more if you haven't, so you don't miss out on all the other moving vlogs. Today's Tuesday, so we've got, you know, the rest of the week still to finish things up. And then next week is my official moving week. So lots going on, really exciting, really chaotic, but we're getting through it slowly but surely. It's gonna be a mix of like moving content and also production content because I'm really trying to get both done at the same time. So hopefully you're in for the chaos. Anyway, I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm gonna do some editing and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!